It's in our nature to protect the ones we love, to stand up to any danger, to be strong and courageous, to always be prepared, to keep our family safe, to be the first line of defense. We are born to protect.
All right, we have the original Shield versus the Shield Plus. Today I'm going to tell you all the differences between these firearms. If you have an original Shield, is it worth it to upgrade to the Plus? Or if you don't have one at all, should you get one? This is just my opinion. You can do whatever you want, but I'll tell you it right here, right now. Let's go ahead and get started. So the Shield came out. It was super popular. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the features that it came to the table with. You have just rear slide serrations here. You have nice 3-dot setup, and the reason I say that is because a lot of the smaller guns, a lot of them have good sights, but some of them have very unusable, crappy sights, okay? But the Shield came out. They decided to go with a real set of sights, metal sights at that, really nice 3-dot setup, and all kinds of aftermarket sights that you can go with. You have a window right here so you can see your brass down in the chamber, and you have a very thin profile gun, all right? You got a 7 and 8 round extended magazine, staggered stack right there. You have an okay trigger. Now, I credit the Shield a lot because before the Shield, you really didn't have a great trigger in the Smith & Wesson lineup really at all in their semi-autos. So what they did is they have this hinge design here, so it kind of starts out as a curve, and then it flattens out and it breaks, but then you get this false reset, at least with the original one. I do. Hear that? Reset, no. Reset, no. Reset, yes. And then it breaks, okay? So that was actually an improvement over all of their original triggers. It's still not a great trigger though, okay? You have the grip texturing here. It looks good, but this design right here does not do a great job, especially down here in the South. It gets hot, it gets humid, and you're trying to grip onto this and there's not a lot to bite into your hand there. So that's something that definitely needed improvement on, with or without a safety. Now, if you want a safety, one of the good things about the Shield is the fact that it's super small, it's out of the way. We opt to just leave the safety off altogether on this one, okay? So now, if we look at the Shield Plus, what's different? So now you have front and rear slide serrations. That's a carryover from the M2.0 version. You have the same, basically the same set of sights there. They're a little bit cleaner, a little bit newer, obviously, but you still have real metal sights on this gun, which is a really good thing. What you now have, though, is you have an extended magazine button there. All right, so if you take a look at the original Shield here, you can see it's pretty low to the frame. Not that it's really hard to actuate, but it takes a little bit more pressure to get to that than it does now, okay? So much easier to get that magazine out there and get a new one in. The trigger is 100 times better. Check this out. You have a blade now that acts as a safety mechanism on the inside of the gun. It's already pretty flat as it is. Get to the wall. Boom. It breaks. Reset. No question about it. Right there. Very nice job. So one thing I want to show you too, I showed you the trigger and how they looked. Now I want to show you the weight. So this is the original. Right at 6 pounds there. Let's try it again. 6 pounds, 5 ounces. Okay, so not too bad. I don't like my carry guns to have super light triggers anyways. I like them, I don't want them to be 12-pound triggers, don't get me wrong, but I don't want them to be hair triggers either. I got 4 pounds, 12 ounces there. I don't think that's right. Let's try it again. 4 pounds, 9 ounces. Let's try it again. That's sub 5 pounds. I haven't got a pull like that consistently yet. 4 pounds, 14 ounces. So right around 5.5 pounds is what I've been consistently getting. That's reading a little bit lower, but hey, it is what it is. It's a better trigger. It's a little bit lighter and more predictable when it comes to that, no doubt. Another thing you're going to get with this gun, besides the fact that you have a 10 rounds in this one and 7 rounds in the original, is you're going to get this upgraded texturing. So this does a really nice job at keeping the gun locked into your hand, all right? Other than that, what else is different about the gun? Well, one thing they did, and I think they made an awesome decision here, is they kept the accessories and everything pretty much the same because it's essentially the same size gun. Check this out. You have 10 rounds and 7 rounds, almost the same grip height, essentially the same grip height. If I take my shield holster here, it still works, it's snug. If I take my Shield Plus, it works and it's snug. So really great job there. What about shooting the guns? So this is where it becomes a little bit more about the features and what they did with the guns. Because felt recoil, muzzle rise, those kinds of things, I didn't really see a huge difference there. Where I did see a huge difference is how this almost is more confidence inspiring because it has a more predictable trigger and the grip texturing is much better at keeping the gun locked in your hand. It's still a small carry gun, really, when you look at it. So you want a nice texturing and you want a predictable trigger in a striker fire gun, and I think they delivered on all of those points. So as I'm watching this video back, I wanted to clarify something. The way I worded it makes it sound like I shot the guns on the same exact day. Obviously, this is different footage. I'm taking footage from our last filmed range trip with the original Shield, but you have to understand, I know the Shield really well. When I do a comparison against a gun that I don't know really well, then I'm not going to just like guess and tell you what I'm thinking. With the Shield, I've spent so much time with it. I've done so many videos, so many rounds down range with it that I have this in the back of my head as I'm shooting the Shield Plus. So I don't want somebody to think, oh, Heckshot's trying to pull a fast one on us here. You know, no, I'm not trying to do that, but I just know the Shield. I know the recoil impulse. I know the trigger and how all that stuff feels. So that's what I'm referencing to, and I just want to give some clarification here as I show the difference between the two at the range here. There's not a clear difference in recoil and felt recoil. The difference is in the details. The devil's in the details with this one, okay? So just a little bit of clarification there while you watch some more range footage. And really, man, from the Armornite they used to use to the Melanite they use now, this gun is almost 7 years old, and this is the old Armornite, man, and I still think it's held up really, really nicely. We've carried and shot this gun a ton. All right, so the original Shield, one knock I got against the Shield Plus here is the fact, you see the coloration in the lower here, it looks matte. It's just a cleaner look to me. On the original one, they decided to go with a glossier finish, and to me, it does look a little bit cheaper. That's just my opinion, of course, and that's just one of those things. Does it really matter? No, not really. It's just something that it's just something I wanted to point out. I just don't think it looks nearly as good as the original one did. I prefer that matte look, but there you go. The Shield Plus versus the Shield. So let's say you have a Shield. Should you upgrade to get a Shield Plus? My opinion, I would say yes, because you get the texturing, the better trigger, and more capacity. You get 3 more rounds in the gun right off the rip. That's huge, man, and you can still use your holsters and all that good stuff. That is definitely worth it. If you don't have a Shield and you're just looking for a carry gun, should you get a Shield Plus? My opinion, yeah, dude. This has been one of the best carry guns we've ever had, and we still keep it around because it's just all reliable, man. It's always worked. It's an amazing carry gun. But this is going to spend more time in the safe now than ever with this gun out. So this is going to be my new daily driver. This is an awesome gun, dude. I'm all about it. And I think for sure it's a heck of an upgrade and a good upgrade. So there you go, the Shield Plus versus the original Shield. Whatever your opinion is, leave them down below in the comment section. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. And as always, hold them down.